Okay. All right. So we're going to play a little bit today and start to really begin to shift into the energy of spring. So I know it's the middle of February, but in India they have this beautiful tradition. There's actually a holiday today. It's called Basant Panchami, I believe is how it's pronounced, and it's a celebration of the beginning of spring. And they're very well aware that spring is not here yet. But what it does is it takes 40 days of transitioning to move from where we are now into the lightness and the energy of spring. And it also celebrates the goddess Saraswati, right? She's the goddess of wisdom and knowledge and light and truth. So, what we're going to work on today is a little bit of moving the heaviness that comes with the winter time away from our minds, away from our bodies, and really starting to prepare to create fertile ground for that lightness and that growth and that blooming and that passion of spring to, start to make its way in, right? Because so often we don't prepare ourselves. We get so stuck in what is that we forget that what is always turns into something else. So we'll start to move into the energy of what's to come by clearing what is. So close your eyes and get nice and comfy. Let your hands float to your heart center. Take a few long, deep breaths, really taking a deep inhale all the way down to your root. Pausing, holding it in for a moment, letting it fully make its way through every cell of your body. And then slow, long exhale, really moving that navel back towards your spine, allowing yourself to completely empty. And then again, inhale, nice, long, and deep. Pause at the top, flood every cell, every part of you, fresh pranic energy, and then release totally and completely. And we'll inhale together to tune in Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Pause, let it settle. Noticing the vibration, sensation throughout your body. Clearing away, that making space. As your inner wisdom, your inner guru rises. And then moving together into our next chant, Ad Gare Name, Celestial Communication Version. I think you all know. If you're not sure, watch me for the first round. 3 times together. Ad Gare Name, Jugat Gare Name, Sat Gare Name, Sri Guru Deve Name. Ad Gare Name, Jugad Gure Name Sad Gure Name Sri Guru Deve Name Ad Gure Name Jugad Gure Name Sad Gure Name Sri Guru Deve Name. Pause in total stillness. Turn your eyes so deeply inward. Feel that sense of protection that this chant summons in the form of truth. Protection from the vrittis, from the mind games. So really it's an unveiling of the truth rather than a veiling of anything else. Feel yourself surrounded by that energy. Feeling the layers that protect you from being the real you begin to peel away. The sense of support and confidence as the true you rises up through your heart, through your voice. Inhale deeply as you bring that prayer up overhead. Reach for the heavens. Pull everything up, navel center, pelvic floor, everything up. Let your eyes roll to the third eye. Hold and squeeze. And then gently and slowly release the breath as your hands come through your auric field. Celebrating you, the Saraswati in you, the knowledge, the wisdom, the beauty, the music. It's your life. Touching the earth. Gratitude for support. Letting everything settle around you. And then with your hands still on your knees, begin spinal flexes, inhaling forward, exhaling back, starting to wake up that spine. We're going to start with a Kriya that involves breath, and then move to one that involves the body. Start to warm up that spine, prepare to receive the blessings of the Kriyas that we invite into our lives every day. Because everything we do is a Kriya, right? It's a series of breath and movements, right? A series of being awake and doing things with purpose, sometimes interspaced with doing things kind of unconsciously, if you're like me, human. But really inviting the energy of Kriya into our lives, purpose, focus, the light and the knowledge and the truth that Saraswati symbolizes. She is truly the experience of our highest reality, our lightest reality. A few more. The next time you come forward, pause, heart wide open. Inhale your arms up to the sky. Relax your chest back to center. Fingers onto the shoulders, thumb in the back, 4 fingers in the front. And just start to inhale, fold to the left, exhale, fold to the right. So a gentle sway from side to side. Flexible spine, flexible mind. Think about when I first started my Kundalini training, which was, I guess, about a year after my initial yoga training. And definitely my spine had loosened up a lot in my initial training. When I really dove into Kundalini, though, there's so much focus on the flexibility of the spine. I never realized how in my normal everyday life my spine was so stiff. I didn't take good care of the structure that not only holds me up physically, but also holds the channel that expresses the energy that animates me into this world, right? Pretty important, and I never paid any attention to it. Kundalini really brings attention to that central channel, to the spine in all of its forms and all of its states, the subtle and the physical. And the next time you come up, keep your hands on your knees, on your shoulders, on your shoulders, and then start to inhale left, exhale right, bringing a twisting motion into it. That little bang you might have heard was me almost spilling my tea all over the place. So happy that almost doesn't count because it's a really good cup of tea. Inhale your arms up to the sky. Squeeze everything up, 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 up. Exhale your hands to your knees. Find yourself an easy sitting pose. And we're going to move into the Kriya, which is called Kriya to Clear Mental Paranoia. Now, when I first read that title, I was like, but I guess, if you're human and you've been around in 2020 and the beginning of 2021, it's a little bit hard, no matter who you are, not to feed into a little bit of that mental paranoia energy, right? And I guess it's not just a sign of our times because the book that I'm teaching from was written a very long time ago. So we're going to start to move the energy of the mind, that heaviness that may hold us back a little bit if we don't clear it from moving into the lightness of spring. So hands on your knees. Your eyes are going to be closed. And you're going to take your tongue and stick it out, not all the way. Just kind of let it protrude a little bit and relax it. And you're going to take very deep, heavy exhales. So you're going to inhale. So I think you're all familiar with Kapalabhati breath. It's going to be the same kind of an idea. The exhale is going to be the predominant motion. The inhale is just going to happen. Tongue out. So it's not going to be like a breath of fire, but it's going to be just a very heavy over your tongue. All right, got it? Everybody good? Okay. Eyes closed, tongue out and relaxed. Begin. We're only going to do this for a little over a minute. Really beginning to let that heavy breath out through the diaphragm. Pump that diaphragm as you do this. Feel your tailbone move. Moving all of that heavy energy, that ama, all of that stagnancy that was built up over this past year, over the winter season, over your lifetime, really reaching deep, letting it all come up, move out. This is actually called paranoia breath. And what it does is it almost mimics the way our breath starts to move when we get panicky, when we start to get scared. So instead of allowing the breath to control us, we're inviting this breath in. We're saying, I'm not afraid of you. Come. You're part of me. The lightness and the dark, all a part of me. Almost there. Almost there. This is when you begin to feel paranoid, when you begin to feel like you're being persecuted or that something's not fair, do this breath. Inhale deeply, tongue still out. Exhale completely, eyes closed. Relax the tongue back in. Relax everything. Pause and feel. Notice the space that you just created. And open your mouth, and just for 30 seconds, we're going to, through a very firm, rounded mouth, do 30 seconds of breath of fire. Inhaling and exhaling, nice and even. The navel pumping. So go, go, go. 30 seconds. Inhale deeply. Squeeze everything, every inch of your body, spine, everything. Just squeeze your face like you just ate a lemon. Just squeeze everything. And then exhale completely. Totally melt into your own body. Pause and feel. Opening your eyes, we're going to bring our hands into what's called Ravi Mudra. So you're going to connect your thumb and your ring fingers. The other fingers stay very straight and very stiff. You're going to bring them in front of your heart. With your eyes closed, not yet though, you're going to rotate your hands around each other as fast as you can. All right? So eyes closed, let everything else relax. Let your shoulders relax and just let those fingers rotate. Clearing out, making space. This begins to clear out the Ida and the Pingala, those channels, those nadis that move along the central channel that balance our feminine and masculine energy. That energy gets so confused sometimes, right? Because these days everything is upside down. So we're rebalancing that masculine and feminine energy so they can work together rather than battling each other. It's not a question of should I be passive or should I be, really bold. It's a matter of finding the balance, of speaking your truth in a very forceful way, but in a way that has compassion and love and peace connected to it. When these two nadis are balanced, that's what happens. It's not one or the other. It's a balance of everything. We're made of opposites. We're a perfect balance. Go, go, go. You guys look amazing. Amazing. I feel the energy coming right through the computer screen. I'm waiting for somebody to levitate. Almost there, almost there. You might begin to feel a little pressure, maybe around your nostrils or around your eyes. Just keep going, clearing your auric field, making space, expelling anything that is waiting in line to leave, and opening the door for anything that's waiting in line to come in. Spring cleaning from the inside out. Slowly begin to slow your hands down until you come to a complete stillness. Pause for a moment and feel the energy. Maybe even notice the vibration as though your hands are still moving, even though they're perfectly still. Notice where else you feel that vibration in your body. Just notice, no right, no wrong, no judgment, no thinking about it. Just notice. And then as you open your eyes, you're going to take your hands and grip them really tightly together. Bring them to your heart center. Everything else is relaxed, but you're going to keep this grip. Close your eyes and just meditate to this chant that I'm going to play. Nice, gentle, closed eyes. Keep that grip.
I am bountiful, blissful, and beautiful. Bountiful, blissful, and beautiful I am. bountiful, blissful, and beautiful.
Squeezing those hands. Don't loosen that grip.
Bountiful, blissful, and beautiful I am. I am bountiful, blissful, and beautiful. Bountiful, blissful, and beautiful I am.
Squeeze as hard as you can for the next 10 seconds. Hard as you can. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze like you're going to just melt your hands together. And then release your hands to your knees, eyes closed. Continue to meditate.
I am bountiful, blissful, and beautiful. Bountiful, blissful, and beautiful I am. I am bountiful, blissful, and beautiful. I am bountiful, blissful, and beautiful. I am. I am bountiful, blissful, and beautiful. I am bountiful, blissful, and beautiful. I am. I am bountiful, blissful, and beautiful. I am bountiful, blissful, and beautiful. I am.
Hands still on your knees, eyes still closed. Begin a breath of fire here, not through the mouth, just a natural breath of fire through the nose. Even inhale and exhale, in and out through the nose. That navel pumps up and back naturally on the exhale. Rest of your body nice and relaxed, spine tall. And then continuing that breath of fire, begin to bring your hands up overhead and clap your hands while you're doing breath of fire. Really clap those hands. Clearing the space above the crown chakra, Shushara, that space of infinity, that space where we begin to realize that you are me, I am you. Right? That place that the sun and the stars and all of the elements connect so deeply and dearly to the roots of our human existence and remind us that we are as magical as stardust. We are as magical as the moon. We are light, dark, day and night. Sunshine and the snowstorm, we're all of it. Ten more seconds here. Clap, clap, clap. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And let your hands float down to your knees. Body relaxes, eyes closed, tongue comes out. We're going to repeat that first exercise for 30 seconds. Deep inhale through the tongue. Exhale through the tongue. Pumping of the diaphragm. Really move that tailbone. Feel your tailbone move as you breathe so heavy. Keeping your hands where they are. Inhale. Squeeze. Exhale. Rounded mouth. Breath of fire. 30 seconds, and then we're going to relax. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely, eyes closed, let everything go, just relax. Maybe noticing a lightness. Maybe even a lightheadedness. So often we don't realize how bogged down we are by those layers of protection until we start to melt them away. Just take a few neck rolls here, nice and gentle, going in one direction and then the other. And come to center, bring your legs out in front of you. And just begin to slap your thighs, just your thighs. So your legs are long, you're just going to slap your thighs, the fronts, the sides. And just keep going. The third meridian is in the area of the thighs. It's where the liver, the kidney energy meets. Letting go of the fear and the anger. And then move your hands to your knees and begin to just gently massage your knees, rubbing each knee, really gently massaging, getting in there. It's said that the area of the kneecap is where energetically the water in your body is regulated. We want that flow to be nice and even. Water energy is our creative energy, right? It's connected to our second chakra, the flow of emotions. So just gently massaging those kneecaps. Maybe feeling stress melting. Then bring your hands down to your calves. Make gentle fists and just start to pound on your calves. Sides of each. Really vigorously hitting the muscles. Releasing, giving those calves permission to release any holding. Our legs are part of our root chakra. And sometimes we get frozen. We're afraid to move forward. Gently releasing the energy of the calves. And then come on back up and massage those knees for a few more seconds. And then move back up to the thighs, but this time you're going to make gentle fists, and you're going to locate one hand width above the knee on the inside of the thigh. So take your hands, place your fingers on your knee, and then right where your palm is resting, move it to the inside of your thigh. Take gentle fists and just pound the inside of your thigh there. This is said to release pent up sexual energy, sexual anger, right? Think about the sexual energy. We think of it in terms of man and women, but it's so much more. The sexual energy is our creative energy. And how often do we hold back what it is that we're supposed to birth, create into this world? Right? We worry about what somebody else is going to think or if it's our place. If it rises up from inside of you, it is your place, and there's enough room for everybody. Pound that, release that. And then come to stillness. Bring your legs nice and wide. You're going to place one hand on each ankle or knee or toe. And you're going to bend forward and then come up. And you're going to just keep going up and down. And it'll be a very subtle movement. It doesn't have to be a big one. So just keep your hands stationary in one place. Like I said, it could be your thighs. And you're just going to move up and down from the middle. You're not going to move from side to side. So just going to be up and down, right in the middle. Eyes closed, go inside. Go as fast as you can, just for a few more seconds. Really feel the energy moving. Your life nerve runs from your Achilles heels up to the other side. And then come on up, move into easy sitting pose. You're going to bring your hands to your heart, but they're going to be in the form of a teepee, so your fingertips are going to touch. Just pause for a moment with your eyes open. Feel the sensations, finger to finger. Just gaze at your fingers for a moment. Really feel the vibration, places where your fingers touch, and then the energy in the space where your palms are not touching, but rather just kind of facing each other. Feel the communication in your hands. Become so wildly curious and aware of that energy, the energy of you that's always vibrating, right here at your heart, in your hands. The heart chakra extension of the heart is those hands, those fingers. Close your eyes. Still feel the awareness of that movement, of that energy. What you're going to do now is you're just going to begin to rotate your fingers. So you could open your eyes for a moment. Your wrists are going to stay steady, and you're just going to rotate your fingers, keeping them together like that. Close your eyes. Rotate those fingers. Feel the spiraling of energy. Almost as though those fingers, the energy in your fingers is summoning the energy of the chakras to spiral up, to move from the root to the second chakra, to the Manipura, that third chakra, through the heart, throat, that center of purity, third eye, and the crown. And then back down, spiraling from the crown to the third eye, the throat, the heart, the solar plexus, lower abdomen, in the root. And just keep on spiraling those fingers, mind spiraling down the chakras. Maybe experiencing visualization of color, maybe not. Noticing what it is for you. Feel that movement. And then bring your fingers to stillness, still touching. Take a long, deep breath in. Slow, long exhale out. Make your way onto your backs. When you get there, you're going to have your arms on the floor beside your body with your palms down, your legs out long. These exercises that we're doing are exercises to get the body out of distress, out of that protective mode. Right? Planting that fertile ground, kind of like when we cultivate our gardens, getting ready to do the planting for spring. So palms are facing down. And you're just going to begin to bounce your hips up and down. Just bouncing your hips against the ground up and down. It says here, I'm laughing, it says here, it might sound like galloping horses. So really riding up and down, bringing those hips up and down, pressing into those palms. Just going to do this for 1 minute and then we're going to relax for a moment. Really shaking everything out. So much that we hold in our hips. Memories of what was done to us and what we've done. All that blame and that guilt and that shame. Shaking it loose. When we allow that energy to come up and we acknowledge it, feel it, and let it move on, we give it permission to take on a new life, to transform, to transmute into something else. And that something else always, always, always supports what's next. Like apples that drop onto the ground and they rot and they go back into the ground and they fertilize the very tree that gave them birth. New apples forming. Transformation of energy. Let yourself relax to stillness. Just pause. 1 minute Shavasana here. You can let your palms face up if you'd like. Now, from where you are, you're going to just bring your hands into gentle fists and listen carefully. There's a few parts to this movement. You're going to take those fists, bend your elbows, hit your shoulders with your fists, raise your arms straight up to 90 degrees, and then bang your palms on the ground next to you, and then do it again. So it's going to be fists, hit, up, down, and continue. All right? So you want to be firm, but you don't want to hurt yourself. You guys look awesome. I see hands, I see some bodies. Moving the energy. Kundalini Yoga. It asks us to do things that are out of the ordinary so that we begin to break the patterns of our ordinary. Our lives were not meant to be ordinary. None of us. Every one of us is extraordinary. These exercises help us to move into that. Break those habits, those routines. The next time that your hands come down to your sides, pause, stay there. Let your arms rest with your palms open to the sky. And what you're going to do now is begin to, it's called a chest slap. You're going to take one hand, it doesn't matter which one, touch your chest, let it come back, other side, and just keep alternating. Gentle tapping with the open palm of the heart center. There's something about vibration when we tap or slap. We begin to move the energy of our nadis. There's something about that vibration that starts to wake up things that need to be moved. It's like it calls to things that we've hidden in deep, dark corners of ourselves. We call them up. And some of those things are quite beautiful. We've forgotten the beauty in us. Just like we push away the things that don't feel so good, we bury them, we try not to look at them. Along with them gets buried some real beauty. So when we call this energy up, we start to see ourselves in a very different way. We forget how absolutely amazing and beautiful and bountiful and blissful we are. Remember, that's why EFT, emotional freedom technique, tapping works so well. It releases that pent up energy, emotion, memory. It allows us to make space to start over, to start new, the spring, the inner and outer spring. Let your arms come to stillness. And then bring your open palms in front of your forehead and very gently just tap on your forehead 30 seconds. Just very gently. The palms are going to hit right above the brow line on either side. Very gently. Just tap, tap, tap. And then inhale your knees into your chest, wrap your arms around your knees, and just roll up and down on your spine. You're not going to come to sit, so you're just going to roll. You can act as though you were, but just roll up and down on that spine for about 30 seconds. The next time you come on your back, pause there. See if you can reach for your feet, for your heels, for your insteps. And once you do that, see if you can rock up and down on that spine a few more times. That might feel a little awkward. If it feels like it's not going to be good for your body, just do what you were doing a minute ago. And then come back down to rest on your backs. Bring your arms to your sides. Palms can be up or down, legs out long. And you're going to begin to slither in place like a snake, shaking every part of your body. Get your hips, your shoulders, your head, your legs, just everything slithering around like a snake. A really happy snake laying on a rock in the sunshine. So happy to be alive, so happy to feel the warmth of the sun on its body. Feeling safe and confident, basking in nature. Shake it all up. And then come to stillness. And you're going to continue to slither, but this time it's going to be a very short, a very small movement. Just one side is going to move up, the ribs and the shoulder, and then the other side is going to move up. So just a very gentle slithering from side to side. As you come to stillness, place your hands right on your navel point and just come to total stillness. 1 minute, meditate on that navel point. So the place right in the middle of the navel represents the coming together of that second chakra energy and that third chakra energy. Really feeling the sense of creativity, emotional wellness, rising up and blending with the vitality, the truth of you, your strength and confidence. Imagine what a powerful force that is. You standing in the truth of your creativity, of what you came here to birth into this world, and expressing that through your total vitality and confidence in who you are. That's you being your piece of this jigsaw puzzle of life. You taking your spot, your rightful place, bringing your voice, your talents, your laughter, your tears. And then bring your right knee into your chest. And let it fall over to the left, stretching your arms up overhead, coming into a nice little cat stretch here. And then slowly move to the other side, bringing the other knee in. Stretching those arms out. And keep moving from side to side. Spinal twists, cat stretches. Moving that energy. Then back to stillness on your back, arms at your sides. We're going to do one little exercise before we rest for a few minutes. It's called a neck lift. So you're simply going to keep everything on the ground, but you're going to pull your chin in and raise your head and your neck up. Your shoulders stay on the ground. So it's just your head and your neck. This might not feel great if you have issues with your neck. If you do, bring your hands behind to support your neck. We're only going to do this for 30 seconds. Everything else relaxed on the ground. Just your chin, your head, your neck. Inhale deeply. Exhale, relax down. Come to total stillness. A 2-minute Shavasana here. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. Opening and closing your fingers, moving your toes, letting your head rock from side to side. Take a nice stretch. And bring the palms of your hands, the soles of your feet together. A good rub. Connecting to the Waheguru, the ecstasy inside of you. And let your knees come into your chest, the arms out to a T. Take a spinal twist to one side. And then bring it to the other. Coming back to center. Rock up and down on your spine. Bring yourself up to a seat. Once you get there, find yourself an easy sitting pose. And you're going to use your thumbs. We're going to give ourselves a little facial massage to end this Kriya. So take your thumbs, bring them under your cheekbones. Really get in there. Little eyes closed. Nice massage. You might be surprised at the pain that you may feel as you massage your cheekbones, right? We keep so much in our face. And then use the base of your palms to get into your jaws. So both palms, really getting into the jaws. Again, maybe noticing any place that there's tightness. Maybe yes, maybe no. And use the 3 middle fingers of your hands to massage up and down the sides of your neck, right from the base all the way down to the shoulder, up and down. And then place your hands on your ears and just begin in a circular motion to massage your ears. And let your hands move to your knees, eyes closed. This Kriya asks that you spend the next full minute in silence, assessing your body energy, noticing any place inside of you, physical or otherwise, that needs attention. Opening your eyes, we're going to move into the final meditation. It's called the Complete Adi Mantra for individual meditation, and it's a very simple, beautiful meditation, and it works on something called Shaktipat. So when you're on this spiritual journey, there is this time in everybody's journey that you come to some resistance in your own mind. You start to question what you're doing, whether it's worth it, whether it works, whether there's a better way, right? Everybody hits it. It's called Shaktipat, and it means that you are more than halfway through your spiritual journey. It means that you are on the right path. And when you hit the Shaktipat, it's so important to find ways to continue to move forward, to continue to embrace your spiritual path. And it's said that this meditation will help you move through Shaktipat. So you're going to take your hands, place them in front of your heart. The sides are going to touch. You're going to bring the fingers into Gyan Mudra. So thumb and pointer finger. So at your heart, but facing, your fingers are going to be facing up toward the sky. Your eyes are going to be closed, and we're just going to chant along to Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Receiving your spiritual gifts, being your spiritual gifts, accepting them. Chanting along as the music begins. I promise it will.
Om Namo Gurudev Namo Gurudev Namo Gurudeva Om Namo Gurudev Namo Gurudev Namo Gurudeva Namo Gurudev Namo Gurudev Namo Gurudeva
Keep the mudra, melt into the silence. Maybe feeling a sensation of vibration moving from your physical body out into your auric field, connecting you with the nod, the great sound, creation of everything. Slowly bring your hands to your heart center, Anjali Mudra. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Please join me in sealing our practice together with a long Sat Nam. Inhale deeply. Sa. Nam. Sliding your thumbs to the space between your brow, bowing to your own inner beauty, goodness, wisdom, your inner Saraswati. Be loved, believe, be true to you. Satnam, everybody. And I love what Jen said in the chat. It's a great day to begin a 40-day sadhana. And what a beautiful kriya maybe to use.